Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, I actually had a different video set up for you all here today, but we've had an emergency update or maintenance for you guys here this morning that addressed some very important issues that was related to the Brawl Pass Plus and just other things here recently in Brawl Stars. Now, I don't do this a whole lot here on the channel. I find it quite annoying when other YouTubers do it as well, but I gotta do my job. If you guys enjoy the episodes, you find them helpful, or you just enjoy being here on the channel hanging out, it'd really go a long way if you consider subscribing to the channel. Trying to kick off 2024 on a good note. So yeah, thank you guys for all the continued support. Y'all are legends. But if we head on over to the in-game news tab, we can take a look at some of the important stuff that went down here this morning. Maintenance, January 5th. We are fixing some issues related to the new monthly Brawl Pass. Very first one, Brawl Pass bought from the Supercell store or partnered web shops before the current season and stored in Supercell store inventory should now always give you a Brawl Pass Plus. If you guys don't know what the Supercell store is, I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it. Basically, it's a way for the Brawl Stars dev team and just Supercell in general to sell things at a little bit of a discount. So whether that's gems or other things for different games from Supercell, and an asset that you can buy over there is the Brawl Pass. Now, the thing that was fixed and the issue that several people in the community were happening to come across, which I saw a lot of people having a bit of an issue with it, is if you bought the Brawl Pass Plus on the website, it would only reward you with the Brawl Pass, not the Brawl Pass Plus, so cheating you out of $3. So that was indeed fixed with this maintenance break, so the bug no longer is happening, so we can purchase the Brawl Pass Plus over on the Supercell store now with this fix. Adding to this here in the next point, players who have received the basic Brawl Pass from those purchases will receive their Brawl Pass upgrade most likely next week. So I'm sure that's just going to take some time for them to track down all the accounts that need to be reimbursed. That's why they're saying likely next week. And again, we have to keep in mind that the Brawl Stars dev team is away on vacation, which is probably a lot of the reason why some of this stuff is happening right now. They just don't have all hands on deck. Of course, there are still people working on Brawl Stars. The game isn't just silent or anything like that. It's why we were able to get the new season of the Brawl Pass, right? We need people to push it out. But when it comes to these really key, scary things, it's probably going to take a while to get it fixed. And props to the dev team for getting some of these bigger ones, which we are about to get into here within the first day of the Brawl Pass being released, right? They're really on their A game, even though a lot of them are away on vacation. It's really good. So this one is the big boy, the big one, which I saw yesterday, and I couldn't talk about it because it's a very huge exploit, which now that it's fixed, I can talk about with all of you guys and what ended up going down. So the third bullet point here for this update is fix the exploit where you received a large amount of gems for buying the Brawl Pass twice. So this is the glitch in question. This is what got people all riled up. A perfect example from Spike over here on Twitter, and I'm assuming it also affected several other individuals in the community. And if you did partake in this exploit, I want to give you a huge warning. Do not spend the gems. Do not spend the 5,000 gems that were placed on your account. Please. I'm just looking after you guys, and we'll get into it a little bit more later on in this episode here today. But getting into the exploit itself, if you change your account before completing the Brawl Pass purchase on your iPhone, you will receive 5,000 free gems. Please fix the bug and retrieve the gems. At Frank, at Danny. And Danny says, oh boy, I'll send you a DM. Oh boy is right, dude. That's a big one. So taking a look at the tweet itself, at the screenshots that were posted for examples from Spike, this is just the biggest example I could find. Again, I'm sure this happened to a lot of other people, seeing that it got some traction here. A lot of people trying to replicate this exploit. But I promise you, the gems that you get here are not long lasting. They will not stay on your account forever, and it's an exploit. So they're going to be removed, and the gems that you spend will be removed no matter what, which will result in a negative gem balance, which is what I'm trying to help you guys avoid, and why we are putting a precedent on this episode here today rather than the one that I had for you guys in the first place. But the screenshots, we have this pop-up for Spike over here on Twitter saying the Brawl Pass had already been unlocked at the time of processing your purchase. As compensation, 5,000 gems have been added to your account. My gosh, that is insane. So of course Spike ended up clicking OK, and then we get this screenshot where the gems have been stacked up. Spike has 6,148 gems at his disposal. Absolutely crazy. First things first, this is a ridiculous compensation. I think this has to be just an error, right? There is kind of this newness to the Supercell store, which is where Spike ended up purchasing and getting this exploit to happen. But if we're going off of the standard value of the gems from the in-game shop, 2,000 gems at $9.99 USD, or just rounding it up, being $100, a 5,000 gem amount is valued at $250, of course USD, which far exceeds the value of a Brawl Pass, right? So the compensation is kind of bugged as is. So it leads me to believe that this compensation was somewhat of a placeholder that was probably developed or designed a long time ago, probably within like dev build or something like that, while the Supercell store was being created and the Brawl Pass function, being able to purchase it on the Supercell store, was being implemented, a like safety net or something like that they just didn't change. One of the wildest things that I've seen in quite some time, 5,000 gems just for a Brawl Pass, bro. That's at $9.99, $250 worth of gems. Crazy. Now the reason this is such a huge deal and why I'm taking priority covering this news here today rather than of course what I had planned today is to protect you guys. With this last bullet point, we'll soon be removing the extra amount of gems players received from the exploit, probably next week. So first things first, the exploit has already been fixed, so we can no longer abuse the exploit getting 5,000 free gems, which is why I'm able to talk about it here today. But that doesn't mean the people who partaked in it, maybe by accident, maybe you were a little bit interested in possibly getting 5,000 free gems from this, but by them in the patch notes saying that they will be taken from the account in about a week, that means that they will deduct 5,000 gems from your account no matter if you use them or not. So if this ended up happening to you, refrain from spending the 5,000 gems that was processed on your account. You might have some overflow, much like Spike has here. He has 6,148 gems, so he had 1,148 before this ended up going down. So you can use your gems, the ones that were on your account, but not the 5,000 that was processed there. In my opinion, I would just say refrain from using gems until they retrieve the 5,000 gems that were from the exploit, because if you spend the 5,000 gems that was processed on your account, it will net in a negative gem balance, which is not a good feeling. It's something that we've been seeing countless times in the community, people abusing certain things in the game with gems, and they net themselves a negative gem balance, which means that in order to get out of that gem balance, basically the gems that you used in a foul way, you have to collect gems to get yourself out of that gem debt, the negative gem debt. And a lot of times negative gem balanced accounts end up getting banned entirely. Now, if you're one of those people who ended up spending the 5,000 gems, I'm guessing there's going to be some leeway because of this incident. Some people maybe happen to come across this 5,000 gems and just thought they got lucky or something like that, not knowing that they're going to retrieve it at a time. So I'm sure your account won't get banned, but it's the reason why I want to make this video. Do not use the gems. It's just going to put your account in such a horrible situation. Very happy that they were quick on addressing this, but you have to wait patiently for a week with these gems that are on your account. And I know it's tantalizing seeing that many gems on your account, but please, 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 please don't do it. Just don't ruin your account for something that happened out of the blue. But that is just about it here for this update. As you can see, we can also see the patch notes over here on Twitter, and we have another bullet point that wasn't in the patch notes, this last one saying, in the meantime, don't use those gems. I don't know how many times I need to say it, but I feel like it's very, very important, guys. Do not use the gems. But that is it for this quick update or maintenance break for you guys here today. A very, very important one and a definite must when discussing really important stuff here on this channel. Really, the only other thing that I want to bring up here in this episode today was some interesting discussion from this maintenance break where a lot of people were kind of getting frustrated that there hasn't been a kit nerf in this patch notes, right? We have Dandy expressing expressing this in a tweet here 2 hours ago saying, people when Kit is in early access, they're going to nerf Kit before he's available for everyone. That's pay to win. People when Kit is released to everyone and not nerfed, where's the Kit nerf? And I'm sure a lot of you guys were able to push Kit pretty dang high in trophies while he's been in this state, in his broken state. But where I think the nature of this list of patch notes was a very urgent one to fix the really crazy bugs and probably most importantly this gem exploit going on right now. So this was like a necessity, and I guess you could argue that the Kit nerf is a necessity as well, but at the very least it's not like destroying accounts out there, right? We have to be patient when it comes to like nerfs on certain brawlers and the meta that we're currently in, seeing that the Brawl Stars dev team is away on vacation. They are short staffed and stuff like that is just going to take some time. It's the nature of their vacation trip in Finland. We just kind of put up with it, but in the meantime we have a lot of content to be thankful for. I know right now the meta might not be like super incredibly fun, especially like Showdown. I've been seeing a lot of people not having a great time in Showdown, but we just got to be patient right now. The dev team is doing their absolute best, and we should be thankful that they're able to work this fast on very important key things on their game while they are away on vacation. I'm sure a lot of staff came back while they were on vacation to address these issues, so very nice of them to do that. And yeah, we just got to be patient, but again, just wanted to hop in here for this very important update, right? But that's just about it here, everyone. Again, this was not planned or anything like that, but very, very important. Want to make sure you guys are safe and protected out there. Do not spend those gems. And you know, if you didn't even hear about this, at least it's kind of somewhat interesting, somewhat of a strange exploit going on there with the gems. But yeah, everyone, stay safe out there. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be talking super soon. Adios and take care.